know, first of all, I'd like to thank all of you who are in attendance here, and especially for your generous support for Roosevelt High School. You know, when I think about Lifetime Achievement Awards, I think about the alumni who have come before us. Bobby Trout, who graduated in 1926, is in the Aviation Hall of Fame. She's the first person, not the first woman, but the first person to ever take off a plane and land it at night. We have so many. Harold Williams, who created the Getty Museum, was a Roosevelt alumni. Bruce Kaji, who built the Japanese Museum in Little Tokyo and was the first person to bring the Toyota to America. They were all alumni. I think about Gil Cedillo, and I remember him at Stevens Steakhouse, huddled around the table with some of the older politicians, Torres and them, and I figured, okay, these young Latinos are probably planning their political futures. And Gil has championed so many policies and so many laws that affect thousands of people for decades. Castillo del Rocha. I have known Castillo and members of his family, Ishmael, Maria, Rosemary, since Hollenbeck Junior High School. And I have watched Castillo take a little East LA barrio-free clinic and become the largest in California as far as a federally qualified health centers. To me, that's amazing. These are the people who should be receiving Lifetime Achievement Awards. I'll tell you, I am not only honored, but I am humbled by this award, especially from these two gentlemen who I have watched grow and create things that really will last for decades. They are truly Rough Riders for life. You know, I grew up in Boyle Heights. I come from a single-parent family. And when I got to Roosevelt, I went to Sheridan, Hollenbeck, and then to Roosevelt. My brother was one of those who caused a lot of trouble at Roosevelt. Not the illegal type, but just frustrating football coaches and principals, and eventually he got kicked out. Eventually my family decided either Vietnam or he's going to wind up in jail. So the day I stepped onto the Roosevelt campus, I hadn't even done anything, and the next thing I knew, I was surrounded by teachers and staff there who were telling me they weren't going to let me cross over that line in the road. One of my counselors, Herman Katz, he was my counselor in Hollenbeck. He said, when I graduated, I love your class so much, I'm going to Roosevelt with you. And he did. And he followed me, and we remained friends until the day he died. These are the things that really built, I believe for each of us, a foundation in character and really some honest survival skills when we left Boyle Heights. You listen to the news, and every time I hear Boyle Heights, I turn it up, and it's always negative. It's always bad. People come to me and they say, oh, where did you go to school? I said, Roosevelt High School in Boyle Heights. They say, oh, weren't you scared? But these are the things that are said about Roosevelt, are said about Boyle Heights. And you know, a friend of mine asked me a couple of years ago, wouldn't you like to be 16 or 17 again? And I thought, no, because times now are more chaotic, they're more hard, they're more disjointed. And when I talk to other people from other areas, they always seem to be amazed that I still have friends and we still do things together who I grew up with either from elementary school or junior high or high school. They just can't understand it. It's like when thousands of people came to the Japanese National Museum when they had Boyle Heights, the power of place. And that's what I tell people. We had the power of community. We had the power of being one united community against all the other communities surrounding us. and we were not one race. We were multiracial. Today, I truly believe that there's a disjointness that's happening within Boyle Heights and within Roosevelt. I believe the students don't have that same vision that they can do anything, they can be anything, they can go anywhere. And I truly believe in the Rough Riders spirit that each and every one of us needs to come back to this school. We need to show these students what their legacy is. We have an alumni that reads like a who's who. If you go to Disneyland on the California side and you're waiting for that soaring ride, if you look up, there's a huge picture of Bobby Trout. She graduated from Roosevelt in 1926. I mean, there are dozens, Lou Adler, just Howard Zeef, Joe Gold. Joe Gold told me before he passed away, his first gym he built in the auto mechanic shop at Roosevelt. He told me him and Lincoln is the one who created universal weight machines. They built their gyms within the gym at Roosevelt, and he claims that was his first. So all I'm asking you is to please look within yourselves, join our foundation. Let's help these youngsters realize that they are Rough Riders for life and we are here for them. Thank you.